You know why you're here, so let's just get to it. My name is Holo, and here's how to make Rocket the Rabbit. Every good project starts with a good reference, and every good artist likes to save some time, so why not save some time by looking for a good reference instead of making a good reference? Grab some thick sculpting wire to start the armature and make sure that it looks horrible, so there's no way for you to screw this up, since things can only go uphill from here. And with the help of some aluminum foil, I covered my disgusting armature. This helps me bulk in the entire sculpture without using too much clay, and also to make the armature stronger. It's time to cover this monstrosity in, well, something, or I'll be ashamed of myself. So let's add some clay. I personally really like oven-baked clay, more specifically, Sculpey. And once again I proceeded to cover it all up out of shame, to the point that I even started making the head without recording. But all you have to do is make a shape that kinda looks like Hey Arnold. If you are too young for that joke, I'm sorry. Time to add the snout, which might be a word I just learned while making this video, and add the ears. If you've watched other videos of mine, you'll know that at this point it's all about sketching this sculpture and adding everything before making anything pretty, so I can see what needs to go and what should stay. While I'm working on his face a little more, I want to say that if there is one sculpture where I'm going to ask you to be patient with me until it looks good, it's honestly on this one. I'm not even trying to be funny when I say I didn't like how this was looking until the very end, and this is not even me trying to make you stay all the way to the end, by the way. You'll see what I mean. I absolutely suck at drawing animals, so now imagine how much I suck at sculpting them, but I will make this work. Anyways, after adding his tail, we move on to making some more details of his suit, and it is at this point that the most loyal Marvel fans are probably asking themselves, what version of Rocket is he making? And the answer is yes. Okay, the one from the third movie, which had the best and most in-depth version of Rocket. If you would have ever told me that I would feel so personally attached to a talking raccoon that is friends with a tree voiced by Vin Diesel, and that raccoon is in love with a robotic otter, I would have honestly believed you, straight away. Unfortunately for me, this version of Rocket is also the most detailed one, but that was something for later me to deal with. To be honest with you, I could lie and say that adding all these little details was excruciatingly boring, but it was very exciting because now I could make everyone that watches the final piece go, yep, detail. Every now and then you want to use some isopropyl alcohol to smooth everything out so you have a cleaner canvas, so it's easier for you to spot mistakes. Adding pockets that I have no idea what they are for, considering a raccoon is already pretty small, so what can he even fit in there? Anyways, I don't know why I'm trying to make sense of any of this, so let's just keep going. Now onto making the hands. On one of them he will be holding a weapon in classic Rocket's fashion, and the other hand will be holding a key, that in case you don't know what it means, you should go and watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and thank me or hate me later. Onto working on the head a little more, and then onto the secret character, Drax. He looks a little different on this last film. Right, okay. And when I say I made him tiny, I mean tiny. Look at the size of him. Like, he is almost invisible. That is one of my biggest mistakes on this one, which was making it too small. With how much detail there is on this sculpture, I should have made everything bigger, allowing me to be more precise, but now you know, so you can make an even better project than me. I made Groot so small that if I wanted to work on all the details, I would have to put the camera so close to him that I could not even see what I'm doing properly. And although I love making content, I'm an artist first, so please bear with me. Also, the sharpest of you probably noticed that I made Baby Groot, which is from the second movie, with Rocket from the third one. I did notice this while sculpting, but Baby Groot is cute, and cute equals more likes and views. Anyways, I don't know why we're trying to make sense out of any of this, so let's just keep going. Adding some more unnecessary details that no one will appreciate besides me, we move on to making some branches coming out of Groot. Why? Absolutely no idea. I just thought about it and maybe it would look cooler. Wouldn't it be easier to test him with very few branches before committing to it? Oh, absolutely. Anyways, after some more details and making some leaves and weird looking branches, we are close to finish the sculpting process of this one by making the fur on the head, and tail. And then showering him in some isopropyl alcohol. Here's where I remind you, be patient with me on this one, okay? The thumbnail of this video is not clickbait, so let me cook. Anyways, I start as always with some primer and covering the entire thing in it. Then proceed with some brown for his fur. And some black for the other part of the fur. I know, 10 out of 10 narration by me. Who would have guessed that painting a raccoon would actually make them look like raccoons? Now while I'm painting the suit, let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video. Me! What, did you really think I'd have a sponsor? Just look at how many subscribers I have. I won't ever stop making this joke until I make it, okay? In all seriousness, if you're enjoying this video, please subscribe and remember I'll post a new video every Friday. So in case you don't want to subscribe, just remember to come back soon. I decided to paint the shoes black and then add some metallic silver on top to make it look rusty. Because remember, a character like this should never look pristine. With the help of some very light blue, we'll add highlights and onto painting Thor. To be honest with all of you, and myself, he looked awful until I added the highlights, which I was not expecting them to make Groot go from terrifying to kinda cute. Also, while I'm adding the final details like shadows and highlights, can we talk about how beautiful the last scene of the movie is? Especially the song. Dog Days Are Over is a song I like a little too much, and Guardians of the Galaxy has some absolute bangers. Now we're on to painting the tail, which had this funny little pattern that I had to wait for it to be fully dry, but that won't matter to you since I can just edit the weight out, so none of this line made any sense. I'm making the eyes glow with some UV resin. Finally added the whiskers that I totally didn't hate how they looked at the end, so I ended up removing them, not after destroying a brush that is. And after doing some more mining off camera, we are finally done with this sculpture. A sculpture I'm really proud of myself for pushing through, considering how bad it looked for most of the process, and I'm even more proud and thankful of you for watching this video all the way till the end, which confirms you and I don't have brain rot, so there's that. But wait, before you leave, if you would like me to make a sculpture of your profile picture, all you have to do is subscribe, take a screenshot and send it to me over on Instagram. Comment down below what you think of this sculpture and what should I sculpt next, and come back again next Friday, okay? There's more videos for you to watch right now, so don't wait till next Friday.